Now, you may have the same talent as a girl in North Carolina, but you can sell yourself. Your social media is better. You can showcase stuff and make the college recruiting process easier for college coaches. You're gonna stand out. I mean, it's as simple as that. So I'm gonna give you some advice on what has been easy for me as a college coach when I'm watching softball pitchers and what hasn't. Hi, welcome to the Weekly Dose. My name is Jamie Southern. There's new followers and viewers, and so I want to just talk about myself just a little bit, which is so uncomfortable, but I think it's necessary, especially with all the information that comes out on YouTube and social media. So I was a four-time All-American pitcher and player at Fresno State. I played in the Pro League for years, as well on Team USA for 5-7 years. Let me think. I think that's about right. Something like that. On the USA Elite team, as well as on the national team, winning a gold medal at the World Championships. So what I share with you guys on here is my personal experience, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, what helps me now as a college coach, what my advice is for you talking to college coaches. I'm a mom of 3 daughters, and we're starting our journey. My youngest is 4, my oldest is 9. We're all in rec ball right now. And so I have all different perspective of the past, the present, and as a college coach. I want to be able to give my information, take what you want, trash whatever you don't. There's been many awards that have come my way, and some of the most important ones were having the lowest ERA 2 out of the 4 seasons in college softball, having over 1,300 strikeouts. Like, I know how to get batters out, and a lot of that is I know how to be a pitcher. My mechanics were not flawless. Nobody had slow motion technology. Nobody filmed. You didn't really do that back when I pitched. And so it was a lot of, I know how to get you out. I know how to play the game. And so with that, I want to offer all that information to you guys of what goes in my mind. So you know what All-American pitchers are thinking, like how they train, what I would have done differently had I known. So we are going to continue. We're talking this month about that off-season transition and how to reflect on the past season. And so as we go into the fall season, I want you to think about, if you're the age of going into the recruiting process and college coaches are going to be showing up this fall to watch you play, I want you to start thinking about how you as a pitcher can better sell yourself against the other pitchers. There's a lot of pitchers. Every team has how many? 4 to 6 sometimes. And so you need to make sure that you're doing everything you can to showcase your talents. Now, you may have the same talent as a girl in North Carolina, but you can sell yourself. Your social media is better. You can showcase stuff and make the college recruiting process easier for college coaches. You're gonna stand out. I mean, it's as simple as that. So I'm gonna give you some advice on what has been easy for me as a college coach when I'm watching softball pitchers and what hasn't. As college coaches, we get tons and tons of videos. As a pitching coach, I'm looking at your mechanics, I'm looking at your movement, I can see your speed. Sometimes the speed is on the videos, and mostly that's through Sports Recruit. If I'm trying to find somebody, I will Google you. If you have YouTube videos, I'm going to try to look up your social media to see if you have any more videos offered on Twitter or whatnot. But I'm searching for you. Are you worth the time? Absolutely. But if there's a way to get all that information into one area or a couple areas where you can say, hey, I have a ton of video on here and I have a ton of video on here, then that leads me into the direction versus just Googling and on this random search. So that's number one. Number two is when I'm looking at these videos, I'm looking at the mechanics and all that. How are you selling yourself for it to be super easy for me to see all those things? I'm going to show you later in this video 2 examples. One that is great and super easy to see who the pitcher is, what she throws in a game, how she's successful, and I'm going to show you another. And you're going to plainly see, like, which one is better, okay? One of the first things, if you are on Sports Recruit and you have all your softball pitches or, you know, your videos going through whatever, I'm going to try to look at the overview, like the preview one of like, these are all your pitches. Okay. And then I'm going to look for a video that you are just in like a bullpen, not in a game setting, because the ones that are not in a game setting, the videos are usually closer. You can see most of the time they're from behind, so I can see if there's break. The rise and the drop, I need to see from a side angle to see if they're going up or down. Sometimes from the back I can tell, but for the drop it's hard because it's low and usually the catcher's in the way. So if you have a drop and a rise and that is one of your top pitch or two, how are you showcasing that to college coaches? Are you just showing them from behind or behind you pitching? Like, what makes your pitch look really good? If you are a curveball pitcher and you're going to have your video behind the catcher where on the side that the curveball is going to go, I mean, that's going to help. That's going to say, okay, it's starting on the plate. Whoa, the catcher caught it over here. I can see that. So those are the videos that I'm drawn to first. Is I need to see up close what this pitch is and what this pitcher can do. I will tell you, I do not even click on your game footage. Why? Because when I'm looking at your game footage, I can't even see you. I don't even know if it's really you pitching. There might be the umpire's in the way, the catcher's in the way, even though the camera angle is from higher up, it's like, okay, I saw that was outside pitch, or I saw that she throws a lot of inside pitches, but I can't see the break. It's just too far away. So it's not enough to see you. Now, if you had where you wanted to showcase like, hey, remember how we've talked about before that this is an Oklahoma recruit. She's committed to Oklahoma and I pitched off of her and these are her 3 at-bats. That's something that I'm like, okay, I don't need to see the pitches, but can she get this batter out? Or can she get some ground balls with her drop ball? Like that can showcase, that's something that in the headlines you need to write about. But to just have 15 different videos of you pitching, unless it's super close up, which sometimes they can be, it's really hard. It's really hard to see. So if you're gonna showcase your strengths, I need you to get into like a practice setting where you could just be showcasing your pitches. That's what they want to see. Does she have anything special? Okay, this pitch looks special. Now let me see it in a game. And I'm going to show you a game video setting that is better to see. And then after that, if they're seeing that, now you're like, whoa, I need to go watch this pitcher in person. And you've gotten on their list if you can pass those tests. So you have to look at your Sports Recruit, look at your Twitter, and ask yourself, is this showing the college coaches anything? I don't know. If you've added a video to Sports Recruit that you think is pretty special, I would email that one video to your top colleges. They're going to open up the email. They're going to click on one video versus going to Sports Recruit, looking at the thing. Make it easy. Make it easy. Send them something once a week. Here's another video. Here's this. That's what you got to do. I'm going to show you now the 2 videos that I'm talking about. Plain and simple. You can tell which pitcher looks better. Which pitcher you think is the better pitcher. You can see here we've asked Brooklyn Patchen, that's somebody that we've been keeping an eye on during the recruiting process. We were definitely watching her videos and I was just drawn to them. I'm like, oh, this is so much easier. Like I love watching her videos because I can see who she is. She's got that rise ball and she's got that curveball. You know what is coming because you can see it so well. It's like an ESPN video. And then you can see the other from afar and you're like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm watching. I don't know what I'm seeing. Okay, the batter grounded out. Okay, the batter popped up. Okay, she struck out. But with what? So I challenge you and I encourage you to look at yourself, look at your videos, look at how you're selling yourself. You're paying all this money for lessons. You're paying all this money for travel ball. You're paying all this money for tournaments to play college ball. And then you're failing in that area. That's your most important step right now is getting yourself out there to sell. So that has to be a top priority as well. So take a look at these pictures. And tell me which picture looks better. So I wanted to tell you guys that this is the same picture. This is the same picture. So you have Brooklyn Patchen, who is filmed from behind, and you have Brooklyn Patchen, who is filmed from the back fence. And tell me which picture looks better. Tell me which picture you would recruit. And that is my point on how important it is to have some good video for those college coaches. I will see you guys next week with another topic for the month of September, and I will send you that weekly workout. If you follow on the Weekly Dose Facebook page, we send out a weekly workout so you guys can pitch with a purpose and not just go out with your dad or your catcher and just go through your pitches, throw a couple batters. It gives you a little bit more focus. So head on over there, like the page, subscribe here, look back on some of the videos, and the topics are there. If you're struggling in an area or you have something in mind that you're like, gosh, I wish I would know more about this, check there. If it's not there, ask me. Like, I'm available. I will answer if I can, and we will get all that information that I have had and used and played with and send it your way. So I will see you guys later.